Hi, this is Shanzai.com, and we're here today on day 3 of playing around with the iPad. The first couple of days I just fooled around and tried to play with the device a little bit and learn a bit how to use it and kind of just get a general feeling for the device. But as I mentioned on the site, I started thinking about actually when am I really going to use the device, and I mean, the obvious thing that comes into my mind is that couch computing environment. I talked about yesterday about how the keyboard's really nice when you're sort of sitting in a certain position. You can rest it on your knees and actually type. And I was thinking about this sofa surfing idea, and I started to think about what do I actually do on the sofa. Actually, right now I have my smartphone. I do actually do some activities while I'm watching news and things on my TV. I often go onto Facebook really quickly on my smartphone, or I do some little bit of chatting, or update my Twitter account. So really, actually, I was thinking maybe it's actually social sofa surfing that we're doing with our iPads. So I thought I'd take a look at some of those applications to give you an idea if you're planning on using your iPad for social stuff, how it works. And I'd also like to say, to be honest, it actually kind of sucks right now. But the problem is because the applications haven't seemed to be quite updated and sort of tailored exactly to the iPad yet. So, for example, we can fire up Facebook here as one of our first ones. You'll note that it actually pops up initially in the iPhone size format. Pressing the 2x button to bring it up to the full size is good, and actually you could see that it could be a quite good experience on the device, except for the fact that the resolution isn't perfectly, and it actually, after a little bit, it kind of makes your eyes feel a little bit funny when you're looking at the fuzzy fonts, because when you put them back down into the original size, you can see actually the fonts look a lot clearer and quite appropriate for that size, but they're not totally appropriate for the size that we're seeing there. The actual Facebook app for the iPhone I think is fantastic. I prefer it to the PC app, actually, being on Facebook. It just seems like it minimizes a lot of things. The only problem with it on my phone, and actually I will assume on the iPad as well, is that sometimes when you try to delete messages and things like that, it doesn't really seem to delete them. When you restart the application again, those messages are still there. Because you're not really writing long essays and things on the iPhone, or on your iPad, typing and things seem to be suitable to the device. But you start your new notes. The screen is actually pretty good for much bigger than, say, your smartphone type experience on Facebook. And again, on the sofa position, it's good that you can actually do quick notes and quick updates and things. So I think Facebook would be really good on the iPad, but just not yet until they actually get the resolution more sorted out for the full iPad size. And that seems to be a problem that runs across the board. Opera Mini, which is my favorite web browser for the iPhone, doesn't even work on the iPad. You can fire up Opera, but eventually it won't resolve or connect to the internet. It doesn't matter what size you push it up to, but you can see already that it's available. It can download on the iPad, but it doesn't work on the iPad. The Meebo. I use Meebo because they have a dedicated iPhone application, and it's a good way to get onto all your contacts on Facebook, MSN, Gtalk. It supports a whole slew of formats. It's good for chatting. It keeps things fairly a good chatting experience. But the problem, again, is that the resolution is designed for the iPhone size right now. It hasn't really been designed properly yet and scaled up for the iPhone, for the iPad. The other thing is, okay, so there is a Twitter application that I did find on there. I think we're having some problems with our network with connecting to Twitter at the moment. I don't think that's a Twitter problem. But again, the same issue, it's designed for an iPhone size format rather than an iPad. All of these applications to me would seem to really suit the iPad. I like the way the applications are designed. They just need to have that resolution problem sorted out. And then there's one last thing I'd want to mention in this video today while we talk about the social side of the iPad, is that actually there seem to be other applications that are written specifically for the iPad that do these functionalities, but they all cost money. And on your PC, there's plenty of free applications to do Twitter, and of course, Facebook, you can just log on through the browser or through the application or chat clients as well. So I'm not sure why people are going to feel like they need to pay just because they're using an iPad to do some social surfing when they could do it for free on, say, a netbook or another style device, or even your smartphone with the iPhone is actually free as well. So iPad looks like so far the developers are just looking to see if they can cash in and make some money on it. I'm surprised that there isn't a few more free applications, and why Facebook isn't really set up for the iPad yet, I'm not sure about that. So anyway, I have to say, overall, not impressed with the social surfing side of things yet, but I think if that resolution problem gets solved, actually social surfing on the iPad would be fantastic.